Hi everyone, welcome to 13 Nights of Fright here on my channel. Now until Halloween, I will be uploading little spooky story shorts. There are a couple of uploads that I'm going to upload that are a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but just to get into the Halloween spirit, I thought this would be a fun way to celebrate it on my channel. If you would like to continually get notified of when I do upload these videos, please make sure that you are subscribed and please make sure that that notification bell is on. So, if you want, go ahead and grab a blanket, grab something warm to drink, maybe sage your space, and let's get into this. Every town has their urban legends, their myths. A lot of towns have these urban legends and these myths that go along with seeing lights or hearing babies crying or, beasts that come out from the woods. So a lot of them, if you see those urban legends, they trace back to certain they all have certain elements that are the same to them. So when they are retold from somebody else living in a different area, it's kind of hard to pinpoint if it's true or not, or if it is an urban legend. Well, instead of the past two videos that I uploaded, I gave you a spooky story that I had heard from my childhood. I decided for today's spooky short, I would tell you about my paranormal experience on Denton Road Bridge. Now, I live in Michigan, and we have this road. When I was growing up, it was out in the rural area. So it was like out in the country. It was all farmland. There was an abandoned barn that we checked out one time. That was pretty cool. Scared the bejeebies out of me. But there was this bridge that we all used to go to get our frights. We would go and we'd hang out sometimes. The cars would drag race down there, but it was a local spot for teenagers that wanted to get a fright or a spook. And one of the urban legends on this bridge was that a woman's husband went kind of psychotic after the birth of their infant, and he killed one of the kids that was theirs, and she freaked out and she ran with the baby and she ran down to the bridge, and fearing for her life and her baby's life, she jumped off the bridge because he was coming after her with a lantern and an axe. So she jumped off the bridge, and the legend is that if you stand on this bridge at 1 o'clock in the morning, if you're there on this particular night, you can see the light of the lantern coming at you. There's been reports of, well, from some of my friends and other acquaintances that I had, that when they were on the bridge, they could see the light, but then there were other reports of friends that said that they couldn't see the light, and then there was my time out there. I never did see a light, so I don't know how true this is, but I'm not discrediting their accounts to it, because there is definitely an eerie, creepy energy around that bridge. Another urban legend about that bridge is that back in like the 50s or 60s, I can't remember exactly when, there was a little boy that was riding a bicycle and he got hit by a semi truck. And as the truck drivers go, I guess the truck driver didn't realize he had hit the boy, but he heard banging coming up from underneath of his truck. So when he pulled over and he looked up underneath, he found the little boy. Now, this one I kind of believe in. I didn't do any research on it. Maybe I should, but I do recall several instances about that bridge when I went out there and my paranormal experiences with that bridge. So those are the two legends that are around that bridge. There's also another legend that says there was a crazy baby killer. So it kind of goes off of the fact, with the woman that jumped off the bridge. But there was a crazy baby child killer, and he would kill, like all different types of kids, or all different ages of kids and stuff. And there's this tree, and this is true because well, not the I don't know if the legend's true, but they have since cut the tree down because they've like done so much like around there. They've made it like a suburban area. But there was this tree, and when you get into your car and you go to the end of the road, and then you turn around and then you come back and you have your lights shined on the tree, you can see a man holding a baby. um so that is just like a little rundown of the area and the myths and the legends that are obtained that are attached to it. Now let's get into my spooky paranormal experiences there. So the first paranormal experience that I had on this bridge, me and my best friend, one of my best friends, Patty, and a couple of our guy friends went out there one night because we were bored. We were smoking a little dope. We were, you know, just, something to do. So we went out there and we were tossing quarters off the bridge because like another thing is that if you toss a quarter over it and you make a wish, your wish comes true. So we were tossing quarters over there, and then we were just looking down, and all of a sudden I remember I got this chill come down the back of my spine, and my friend Patty grabbed my hand and squeezed it really hard. She's like, "Did you feel like that? Did you feel that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I felt that." And we turned around and we saw a chalk outline of a little boy on the cement in the middle of the road. And then we heard, "Mommy," and then we flipped out. Me and her, we ran to the car. One of our guy friends was like, "What's going on?" He had no idea what was going on. The driver was like, "What's going on?" We're like, "Just go, go, go." We were freaking out because we could hear "Mommy, Mommy" whizzing right by our ears. So we get halfway down the road, and I'm like, I'm shaking. I'm like, "Pull over, pull over, pull over," because I had to like process what I had just witnessed. And I asked Patty, I was like, "What'd you see?" She said, "I saw the chalk outline and I heard mom, mommy." So, but our other guy friend did not see anything, did not feel anything, did not hear anything. And so we turned around and we went back. Like all the guys that we were with, they were like, "Well, we gotta check it out, we gotta see what's going on," because this is what me and Patty were claiming that had happened. And when we went back, the chalk outline was completely gone. And the night was completely still. There was no more eerie feeling. There was none of that. But it scared the crap out of me. And this is like one of the instances where my clairaudience really hit me hard. And my friend Patty, she's got gifts too. So when you put us both together, but anyways, so when we got back to my house, my mom's like, I remember telling her, and I was freaking out. And she's like, "Oh, you had your little antennas up, did you?" Yeah. So that was one of, oh, and then for like 3 or 4 nights afterward, I could hear "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy." Like I was getting woken up hearing the "Mommy" just in my ear. It eventually went away, but I kept hearing it. My second instance with this bridge, my second ghostly instance, and let me remind you, I have been there, I've gone there like probably about 14 or 15 times when I was a kid. I mean, it was a common spot, and paranormal crap only happened to me twice there. So, but anyways, so this instance takes place with another friend of mine. Her name at the time was Sabrina. Um, and she had a boyfriend, and me and her boyfriend and her cousin, um, Josh, we were all bored, teenagers needing something to do. So we decided that we would go out to local haunt spots. We were going to go to the witch's grave in the Ypsilanti Cemetery. We were going to go to Eloise. Well, we went to Eloise. Eloise was all boarded up, couldn't go in there. And we decided that on the way out to the Ypsilanti Cemetery, we were going to stop at Denton Road. So we go up to Denton Road, and there was another myth about this road, and this is the time that I heard it, about the boy in the semi truck. And this was like, mind you, I went with them after the incident with Patty. So I went with them, and um, Sabrina's boyfriend was telling me that a little boy had gotten hit and drugged, and supposedly if you park your car in the middle of the bridge after midnight and you turn it completely off for about 10 minutes, and then when you go to start it up and you go to leave, you're supposed to be able to hear knocking coming from underneath of your car. And I didn't want to do that because of the incident that I had with Patty. Now, mind you, we didn't hear the knocking under our car, but I saw the things that I saw, and then that made them even more believe in this urban legend. So, me being the pushover that I am, we go out there, and mind you, I was 15 at the time, so I was stupid when it came to spiritual stuff. You know how you are when you're a teenager and you want those spooky kicks. So we go out there, we park on the bridge, we turn off the car, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait. About 10 minutes goes by. We don't hear no knocking, no nothing like that, right? Goes to start up the car. After he started up the car and we went to go, right underneath the car, and he's like, oh my god, and Sabrina's like, go, go, go. So he's going, and we can hear the knocking, and then we smelt the whole entire car. This is winter, so the windows were rolled up, okay? But throughout the whole entire car was this strong smell of gasoline. We smell the smell, and we're hearing the knocking, and my heart is like beating out of my chest. This is the second time I've been here. This is the first time I've been back since that incident with Patty. So I had that going on in my mind, and I could hear the knocking. And then he slowed down at the end of the road, and he turned off the car, got a flashlight. We went underneath, and we were looking, and we didn't see anything. We didn't see anything underneath of there. His gas tank was fine. There was nothing under there, nothing loose. So, but the car smelled like gas. And because the car smelled like gas, we didn't end up going to the cemetery. Instead, we went back to her house and stuff like that. But I do remember the next day, the car still smelled like gasoline. So we went to the car wash. He washed it down. He did end up getting his car checked, and there was nothing wrong with his gas tank. There was nothing that would make that gasoline smell. And then the day after that, the gasoline smell was gone, and then he never had problems with that car afterward. So, was it a ghost? Was it the ghost of the little boy that was hit by the semi truck? I'm starting to believe that that is the most probable reason why that bridge is so creepy, because of the two instances that I had there. They kind of jive together. Um, but you can see how, like, urban legends, people always have these urban legends and these urban legends connect. Like, and I think it just has to say with paranormal and spiritual activity anyway. I mean, there are common things that happen. Knocking is common in hauntings. Lights are common in hauntings. So I think people just, they tie in these ghost paranormal things with, you know, just how the stuff plays out. But do you have any thoughts? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. On how I find it curious that every town, it seems like every town has that Lover's Lane urban legend. Every town has that, woman with a baby running from a killer. And it just seems so common in so many different towns. And I've heard so many, like, there was one urban legend about the hook guy and the boyfriend being on top of the car, and you can hear the banging on the top of the car. And I just think it's funny how a lot of urban legends in different areas all connect. Everybody has a witch's grave. Everybody has a woods you don't want to go into. So please, please, please let me know what your spooky haunts are. What paranormal experiences did you, if you had any, as a child, or as a teen? What were some of your common urban local legends? Was there any that you wanted to investigate? Please let me know in the comment section below. I love it when I hear your stories. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you have an amazing day or night or whatever it is for you. And I will see you in my next upload. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Bye.